Now see, this looks amazing. Look at this freaking thing. Ho 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 my friends, and welcome back to Subnautica Below Zero. Today is a very exciting day because thanks to Lee23, the absolute madlad, I now have access to a very special mod to show you in Below Zero. It's the custom water level. First time coming to this game. Now, as you might remember, I have quite a bit of history with this mod. I even completed the entirety of the first game with absolutely no water. But this time the mod is back and better than ever, including the options in the mods menu where you can, for example, set the water level to be as low as you'd like. So, why don't we give it a try? Alright, so, whoa, to start things off, I set the water level to be 200 meters below the usual, which means this area has now transformed into just a bunch of floating icebergs, I suppose. Honestly, I don't know why, but this just looks a lot more normal than the first game looked without water. I think it's the fog that really helps here. Like the weather, the other game is so clear that everything looks very strange, but this just looks, I mean, very alien, but kind of normal, I suppose. He is not having a good time. So here's the base, deployed just fine, it seems. No, don't go close to the edge. There's so much to live for. Man, the floating icebergs look so freaking cool, though. Whoa, look at this. Alright, so these are the deep, twisty bridges. Now, see, this looks amazing. Look at this freaking thing. Like I said, this looks so much more normal than the first game. I don't know what it is. It must be the fog. This could be such a cool game. Like, now you have to figure out the level design by traversing these tentacle-y structures. Wait, is that the island? So another lovely thing that you can do with this mod is if you go into the settings, you can actually disable shoals of fish, which gives much more of the appearance of actually being on the surface. It also kills all wildlife, so you don't get the weird flying fish unless that's something you want, of course. I've seen some strange things in my day, but this might just take the cake. Is that a rock puncher? I mean, technically those should be fine, I suppose. Okay, status update. They are not fine. Honestly, without the flying fish, this just feels like a very strange and completely empty alien world. We're on top of the island, of course, and you know, you would really have a hard time figuring out where this thing starts and where it ends. So now I'm kind of on the hunt to figure out where exactly the water level is. So it was supposed to be 200 meters, which I thought that would be, you know, sooner than this, but apparently not, so I'm just here scaling these cliffs. Oh, I think I found the water, and I believe there is a glycerid down there. Hey, there is the glycerid, indeed. The shrimp is not okay. Oh my god, look at this. Holy crap, this looks so cool. With the whales falling from the sky as well, of course, but look at that. I'm feeling like freaking James Cameron out here in Avatar. Man, I can't wait to see if this game is actually completable with no water now. That's gonna be so much fun. Alright, so we might be violating the Geneva Convention here, but I think the results are still pretty incredible. I mean, this is honestly exactly what I was hoping for and better. I think Lee has really outdone himself here. Alright, so I think we've broken this world a little bit, but let's see how far we can really push this. Howdy friends, apologies for the quick interruption. No, this is not a sponsor, but rather an important message. 2021, am I right? What a year. Well, it's been tough for a lot of people, but as it comes to a close, we yet again have the chance to finish strong and help out the ones most in need. It is because of this that I'm yet again working with Jacksepticeye and Tiltify to contribute to the Thankmas charity this year. Our goal is to raise money to build homes for people who don't have one so they can be spending the next year with a roof over their heads. If you head down to the description or the pinned comment, it will take you to the Last Bacon Christmas page where you can donate to this cause. There are fun targets to hit, like having me do a live Q&A or getting an episode of Below Zero without water before Christmas, so if you can, please consider donating and making this tough year a little better. Remember, every little bit counts, no matter how small. Thank you so much guys, love you all, back to the video. Oh, this far apparently even the menu doesn't have water anymore. Let's push it all the way, baby. No more water in this world. Now if we did everything right, there should be no more water in this world, and I think the best way to check that out is to go into some of the deeper biomes. Yep, that sure looks like no water to me. So this is the mining site, and I figured why don't we go do ourselves a little bit of mining. Well, it's certainly different just walking here, you know? Like, if he genuinely told me this is just some, like, surface level expansion to Below Zero, I would be very inclined to just believe you. The falling snow, underground is a bit questionable maybe, but hey, you know what? I have successfully traversed the entire mine and I can confirm there is indeed no water. And all the fish are dead, of course, because that's just how we roll, but no water, hey, that's something. You know, there is something strangely satisfying about warping to a new location and seeing
all the fish fall dead from the sky.
Edit that out, maybe. It's unbelievable how well this is working. Would you look at that? You know, one thing the no water mod really does is, for me, it puts everything into perspective since you're suddenly kind of bound to the ground and you have to walk everywhere. So it kind of puts the wonkiness of the walking mechanics on display. So just to kind of wrap this up, I came over here and I'll see if we can get all the way down through the crystal caverns with no water, and they're somewhere deep that way. And dang, these things are so pretty. Too bad they're dead. You know, with the fog on, the draw distance is no longer even such an issue. I remember in the first game it looked a little jarring exploring some of the underground areas, but here it's no longer as bad because you don't really see most of the terrain just kind of popping in, or when you do, it's just slight like that. Look at this though. Holy crap, that looks so freaking cool. Feels like a completely different game, doesn't it? Well, I believe we're at a precipice here. Came from up there, and onwards and downwards, I suppose. Now, I'm not exactly sure how it's snowing underground, but I'd probably just say, you know, don't worry about it. It's an alien planet. What do you know about snow anyway? Okay, you know, one thing I will say is that this biome does look significantly less pretty when it's just, like, foggy out here. But it definitely looks better in the lava zone than in the first game without water, so I'll take that as a win, and I believe we're at the very end. Let's jump in. And would you just look at that, guys? We're at the very bottom of the game. I mean, you'd be very hard-pressed to go much deeper than this. And yeah, there's just no water. I believe technically, because we pushed the water just, you know, 1,000 meters down or so, there should still be some in the void. And I will go check that out at the very end. But I believe with this mod, you will be able to just pretty much play through the entire game with no water if you want to. I think I've discovered the Leviathan friend over there. Not doing too hot. What a day to be alive in Subnautica. With no more Nautica, and technically no more Sub, consequently. So, it's just a game now. Alright, so two quick things before we wrap this up. I believe down there is the void, and up there is the Great Wall of the Iceberg. But if you remember, in the previous playthrough of the first game with this mod, we ran into the issue of the mobile vehicle bay and the fact that it cannot be deployed without water. Well, welcome to the future, kids. Lee even went out of his way to make it so that the mobile vehicle bay can, in fact, be deployed with no water whatsoever. So yes, the no water playthrough is now possible. With that, no more looking back. Let's just leap off and see where the water level actually is. Okay, well, with that, let's just leap off and see where the water level actually is. Okay, dang it. Leap off water level. Hey, there's a thing there. Is it gonna come? Are we just gonna fall endlessly? Now, there is supposed to be water level at some point. Or maybe not. Goodbye, cruel world. But anyways, guys, that brings us to the end of this video, so I really hope you enjoyed. Again, absolutely massive shout out to Lee23 for taking the time to make this mod. Yes, I will be doing the no water playthrough with it, and yes, it's definitely going to be a ton of fun, so stay tuned for that one, guys. Probably coming to you soon. Anyways, if you enjoyed, maybe consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. All of those would be very much appreciated. And with that, I'm going to wish you all a beautiful rest of today, and I'll see you in whatever next video I make. Bye-bye.